What is up, YouTube? This is Pixel Perfect here, bringing you a brand new loot 'em shoot 'em type game review. Of course, we're talking about the brand new game Outriders that's set to drop April 2021. This game is a mashup of 4 different titles, in my opinion. It's going to be a mashup between Gears of War and The Division with the cover style and over-the-shoulder shooting. It's going to be a mashup of Destiny with the different armor system, and then of course you have Diablo 3 with the type of looting system, different rarities of items that you see like in Diablo 3 or in Borderlands, different items like that. You also do have different difficulties to be able to run your missions on with the world tiers, so definitely replayability is going to be there for the different missions. Today we are specifically going to be talking about a mission, which is Captain Reiner. This is a dude who has no respect for your life, throws you into a dark alley, expects you to go through and die there, but instead you do not. You persevere, you come back, and then you're going to show him what's up. All right, so this is going to help you out with that fight, a couple of the key indicators, but let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so with Captain Reiner, you got a couple different moves that this dude's going to be throwing out. One is going to be Wandering Flame. This is going to be a move where he will go through, he powers up, has a couple second cast time, and then he will release essentially a flame tornado that will randomly move throughout the room, targeting one player, moving towards the player. This should be dodged. You can do a roll dodge away from it to go through. You don't have to interrupt them all, and you will see why you do not want to interrupt them all here in a couple seconds, but it is something where you can interrupt them if they start to get too wild in the room. The next skill that we're going to talk about is Healing Light. This is the main skill that you need to make sure that you interrupt. If not, this is going to get off a huge heal on Captain Reiner. It can take him essentially from quarter health almost to full. He'll go back up to about 7/8. If you are not able to interrupt these, it's going to make the fight a lot longer than it needs to be. So this is where you're going to want to go through and save your interrupts for. If you're not sure how to go through and actually know what skills are interrupts, you can simply pull up your character menu, go over to the skills section. Underneath the skills, it will tell you a type. With the type, it will specifically list if it is an interrupt type. So again, you're going to want to go through and actually interrupt the skill Healing Light. And the final thing that I want to discuss before actually showing a video of the fight is going to be how to know if a boss is CC immune. What this means is that the boss cannot be crowd controlled. So CC stands for crowd control. Once they go immune to this, you're not going to be able to stun them. You're not going to be able to go through and actually interrupt them for a given amount of time. There's 2 ways of really knowing whether or not a boss has an immunity to the crowd control effects or any interrupts. 1, you're going to have a circle icon to the left of the boss that's normally white. If it turns blue, you will also have a yellow circle bar around it. That is going to be how long it is actually immune, or the enemy is immune to any crowd control effects. Once that ticks all the way down, the immunity has worn off, you can apply interrupts. The second way, you'll see a giant blue flame glowing around the actual character, as you can see in this image. Okay, if you see this flame, you should not be using it as an interrupt. Still be putting out the damage, still be putting out, all of your attacks, do what you can against it. However, do know it will not interrupt the skills that have gone there. That's why I mentioned earlier in the video, you may want to let some of the Wandering Flames go off, because as you start to interrupt more of the skills, they start to build up the immunity. Eventually, they will go through, become immune, and then you have to wait for the timer to tick off. Of course, that means in this case, if he's immune during a Healing Light spell, you will not be able to interrupt it. He will heal back up. You will see that happen at least one time in the video here where we did not coordinate well enough. We missed it and he did heal up. So it is important to know how the immunity works in this game. Alright, now that we've covered some of the basics, we're going to start the actual fight. You can see that we start coming in with the captain. He simply says, "Oh, you want a piece of me?" And then we're going to start going after him. At the beginning of the fight, you'll have some what are called adds, basically additional units besides the boss. They're not super difficult. You're just going to want to keep them under control by attacking them while keeping an eye on Captain Reiner. Again, you need to just be watching for the Wandering Flames, and you need to be watching for the Healing Light. Those are the two skills. You can see here we're consistently doing damage, just keeping an eye. You can see there's an example of Healing Light with the interrupt going out. I use my number 3 skill as a Pyromancer. That's going to be my Pyro Bomb, I believe is the, or Thermal Bomb is the name of the actual skill, to go through and actually interrupt that. So on the Pyromancer I have 2 interrupts. Continuously doing damage, again just dodging the items on the floor. You can see that in the background there we have a Wandering Flame. You have some stuff that's going to be going out on the actual floor, just that you will have to dodge. The ads will be throwing grenades, etc. So you'll want to take cover, keep an eye on your feet as you will in any other game. You don't want to stand in red stuff. Red stuff equals death normally. There's a good picture of the Wandering Flame again. You can see here, if you do get touched by it, it will set you on fire, so you will want to go through. Remember, in this game, the way that you keep up your healing is by doing damage. So do not stop doing damage as much as possible. You can see there a good example of when we're interrupting the Healing Light. We are not going through allowing him to become CC immune unless we are expecting it. CC immunity is now on him. You can tell by that blue flame that I was explaining earlier. So a great visual put into play here in this game. Very easy to see the CC immunity. Awesome job there. Great job, developers. Allow us to go through, keep our eyes on the actual gameplay without having to look around for any icons or anything else like that. And you can see there, boom, quick takedown. We got that down in about 2 minutes or so. This is in a lot of gray gear. We do have a couple of blue pieces, but mostly gray gear. Once you go through and you actually down him, you go over, you can execute him. You'll basically take off his head. You'll have a different cutscene than what we had here. But we're going to not have that right now because this was a replay of the actual mission. Then you'll go through, you'll teleport back to where you originally picked up this side quest. You can go and you can talk to her and turn it in. Once you turn it in, that'll be it. I mean, so we'll go through, we'll let the clip play out, went ahead and recorded the rest of the cinematic. But of course, as always, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, feel free to leave a comment below. I do stream almost every day starting at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/pixelperfect. As well as I'll be uploading more YouTube videos, help guides, different items like that. I am a variety streamer, so this will not be the only game I stream. I also stream Call of Duty, stream Ark, and really open to any game. So feel free to stop by, let me know the thoughts on this, and if it helped it out, do what you can. Just throw a like on the video. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the clip.
Outriders always pay what's owed. That soldier will want to see his head for herself.
He paid.
Not enough.
You gonna be okay? You need a medic or something?
You nuts? A medic round here will kill me faster than the shrapnel will. Don't worry about me. I'll live to fight another day.
You all right?
Hey! You did a good thing.